Welcome to Into the Desert, where we'll be having conversations about relevant issues with respect and without finger pointing. If you'd like to join the conversation, please fill out your comments below, but remember to keep it respectful. We would like to foster conversation and not division. Is democracy in danger? Claims that this is the most important election ever come from both sides. We are told that democracy is on the ballot, and both sides say the other will destroy democracy if elected. How does a voter make sense of such claims? How can voters distinguish between the real threats and political hype? There is at least the potential that the threat could be real. Every attempt at democracy before the United States failed, and some have failed since. Democracy is difficult and takes work. It is a high-maintenance government that requires average citizens to be involved. There is a wealth of knowledge to be gleaned from past attempts at democracy, a history from which our founding fathers were well-versed and drew lessons. Take Rome, for example. Our Senate gets its name from the Roman Senate. The Roman Republic lasted for over 460 years before collapsing into the dictatorship of the Caesars and empire. The collapse was a long process that took nearly 100 years, depending on when you mark the starting point. While the individual details of Rome's decline differ from today's threats, some common factors exist. The biggest is the move from trust in institutions to individuals and the subsequent manipulation of those institutions to serve short-term needs. In short, individual politicians sought short-term political gain at the cost of the institutions they served. Thus, many see the downfall of the Roman Republicans beginning with Tiberius Gracchus's attempt to break with tradition and run for an unprecedented second term in 132 BC. This caused a riot on election day, during which he was killed. Yet it also became a precedent that within 20 years, another popular leader, Marius, could run and win 5 consecutive terms with minimal controversy. Once broken, the check on power was quickly forgotten. The Founding Fathers learned from this and other failed democracies, creating a written constitution based on checks and balances as the foundation for our system of government. In this system, power is divided between the federal and state governments. The federal government is divided into 3 branches: legislative, executive, and judicial. When the system is functioning well, threats from individuals are impossible as power is divided. Even if an individual or group could dominate one branch, the others could block it. The only way democracy could be threatened would be for the system to break down and the checks and balances ignored. Thus, seeking to defeat a politician you do not like is fine and expected. Seeking to replace judges with judges you like is fine. On the other hand, FDR's plan to pack the court because he did not like the way they ruled was a problem, and Congress rightly acted in their role as a check, blocking it. So the real threat to democracy comes from 2 sources. The first is from those attempting to change the checks and balances. The system can withstand individuals trying to become dictators, but only if checks and balances exist. The other threat comes from a public who does not like or understand the system of checks and balances found in the Constitution, and votes for politicians who will remove them. They don't understand or care why they are needed, so they remove them. Our system gives the people the ultimate power. If the people do not care about our system of checks and balances, The politicians they vote for certainly will not. Thank you for listening to Into the Desert, exploring the wilderness of thoughts. Don't forget to like and subscribe and put your comments below. Remember, be civil. We want to foster discussion and not division.